Cured. Heal Me series. Book 1. Written by Stacy Eaton. Narrated and performed by Jack Aries.
With female characters narrated and performed by Sophia LaRoche. Before the doctor left, he turned from the door.
Ember, you deserve so much in life. Stop torturing yourself with the past. Let it go and find someone to start a new life with.
I blinked back the tears that filled my eyes and nodded at him. He was right. I needed to make a change, but I sure as hell wasn't ready to settle down anytime soon. It was time that I changed my ways. I was almost 26, and I was going nowhere with my life. Only I could switch my course forward. I was dwelling on that as I left the medical complex an hour later instead of watching where I was going, when I slammed into a hard chest. Luckily, I was looking at the ground and hit the man with my forehead and not my nose. His hands came out to steady me, and I looked up quickly to find the eyes of my recent fantasies staring down at me. Holy shit, they were gorgeous up close.
You all right? I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention,
he said. His voice sounded huskier than I remembered it being at shot therapy the other night. But then again, he had practically shouted over the noise level that night. I'm fine, but I should be apologizing. I was staring at the ground and not looking where I was going.
What happened to your face?
He was examining my eye as he spoke, and I felt his fingers tighten on my arm.
Did that guy from the other night do this to you?
I shrugged out of his hold. No, he didn't. I did it to myself. He gave me a skeptical look.
Yeah? And how did you do that? Walk into a door?
No. I glanced around the crowded sidewalk. Not because I cared who was around us, but because being close to this man was making me nervous. I hit myself in the face. No big deal. He took my face in his hands and lifted it up.
Were you just at the doctor's?
The intense way he was studying me jacked up my heart rate, and I fought to pull air into my lungs. His fingers were smooth along my jawline, and I stared into his eyes as he inspected my face. Yes, why else would I be at a medical complex?
What did your doctor say?
He asked as he tilted my head slightly to the side and stared at my nose. Please don't let there be any blackheads in my skin that I didn't notice this morning, I hoped to myself. Not that it's any of your business, but he said I had a deviant symptom. The man blinked and then began to laugh as he let go of my face and took a step back.
Deviated septum.
He laughed a bit harder.
Not deviant symptom.
Yeah, that. Whatever. I shuffled further from him. What are you doing here?
I work here.
Jesus, he was a sexy man. But as I remembered his fancy watch added to the fact that he just said he worked here, I reminded myself that he was way out of my league. Well, it was nice seeing you again. Have a good day. I began to step around him, and he sidestepped to block my way.
Wait, I don't know your name.
Probably because you didn't ask it, and I didn't ask yours either. Have a good day. I took a wider step around him, and he snagged my forearm, halting me.
My name is Colt Barnes. What's yours?
I licked my dry lips as I stared up into his intense face. Ember Greene. His gaze had moved to my lips as I'd spoken, and he released my arm and stepped closer.
It's nice to meet you, Ember Greene. Would you have dinner with me tonight?
I jerked back. What? He chuckled.
What, you've never been asked out properly by a man?
Of course I have. But why would you want to have dinner with me? Of course I knew. He was probably hard up on hot dates and wanted to slum it with me.
Because you interest me. And I have a proposition for you.
I'm not into propositions.
You might be interested in this one.
Look, Barnes. Or Dr. Barnes. Or whoever you are. I'm not interested in sleeping with you. He grinned.
Good, because I don't want to sleep with you either. But I do want to have dinner with you tonight and talk about something.
He didn't want to sleep with me? Well, that was a rare thing. Most guys took one look at my long legs, big bust, and full lips and wanted to